Flagler hosts another tune-up as the Saints welcome Paine College to Flagler Gymnasium. The Saints can even their record with a win over the Lions. Flagler basketball starts now. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you with us. Along with Ian Kelly and our producer, Laura Plexico, I'm Dave Wenda. Well, Ian, Paine has struggled this year. 1-7 on the season, or 1-6 according to my roster. I thought they were 1-7. Keys to this game for the Saints.
Well, for the Saints, they've got to stop the dynamic duo of Nate Adams and Quentin Jackson. Adams has scored 20, Jackson is scoring 18. The Flagler guards need to rebound so they can run. They got to track down those rebounds. And then they've got to take care of the ball. Payne's averaging 9 steals a game, and so Flagler's got to push the ball but yet take care of the ball.
Well, let's look at the starters first for the visiting Paine College Lions. At a guard, a 5'11 junior, number 1, Quentin Jackson. At forward, a 6'6 junior, number 5, Nate Adams. At forward, a 6'5 junior, number 11, Calvin Johnson. At forward, a 6'6 junior, number 13, Ivan Lawson. And rounding out the starting lineup, at forward, a 6'8 junior, number 30, Elliot Harrison. And now the starters for the Flagler College Saints and head coach Blake Sellen. At a guard, a 6'1 junior, number 0, Jax Balknight. At guard, a 6' junior, number 1, Omar Figueroa. At forward, a 6'8 senior, number 8, Tyler Collier. Number 5, Tyler Collier. At a guard, a 6'3 junior, number 15, Destin Clark. And rounding out the starting lineup, at forward, a 6'4 redshirt junior, number 23, Jalen Barr. Glad to have you with us. The Saints come in 2-3 on the season. Paine College 1-6 on the year. Couple of home dates for the Saints this week, and there are a couple of winnable games. Paine College tonight and then New College, which is in the first year of its athletic program, not just basketball program, any athletic program. New College has never had an athletic program before this year, but that should be a winnable game on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. That tip is at 2 o'clock. Paine College in the dark uniforms, trimmed in purple and white, and Flagler in their home whites with the red numerals and red trim. All set to go here from Flagler Gymnasium. Decent crowd after a holiday weekend. And the tip is won by Paine. Lions are coached by Kirby Marshall.
It's a bit of a home game for Kirby. He grew up in Jacksonville, was a coach at Ribault, then coach at Edward Waters, and now he's been at Paine for 7 years, where he's also the head baseball coach, as well as being the head basketball coach.
That's amazing. A lot of the Paine coaches do double duty, have 2 sports to manage. They're a member of the National Christian College Association, Athletic Association. Balknight gives it up to Collier. And now to Barr. You mentioned the Jacksonville flavor here on the Paine College roster. I think there's around 7 or 8 Jacksonville kids. And Jacksonville's a great recruiting area for basketball. You see lots of D1 players come out of the Jacksonville area. So obviously Coach Marshall has tapped into that.
And Paine's located in Augusta, so it's not too far from home, and these kids can have their families watch and play.
Rebound is ripped down by Clark. Gives it up to Collier. Clark gets his man in the air, dumps it for Collier. In among 3 defenders, and a whistle. And last touch by Collier will go over to the Lions. Flagler coming off a win against Edward Waters here at home a week ago, or just over a week ago. 83-70 against another Jacksonville program. Straightaway three is short. Jalen Barr tumbles to the ground and lost it. Paine hurries into the front court. Reverse layup. And the first points of the game are scored by Quentin Jackson, a Jacksonville product out of the Paxson School. Balknight into the lane, draws contact and a foul. And Balknight will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Paine's come out in a man-to-man. They're switching on screens, trying to clog the middle and keep Flagler from driving.
Making his way to the foul line for the Saints is number 0, Jax Balknight. He'll shoot 2.
Balknight missed them both.
Jump shot is good by Quentin Jackson.
Jackson again, he has all the points in the game. Here's Clark attacking, and he missed in close. And the ball last touched by the Saints. It goes back over to the Lions.
Early on, I think Flagler's missing Malik Bryant. Malik twisted his ankle in practice yesterday, and he won't play tonight. He's day-to-day and hopes to get back on the court tomorrow.
Paine turns it over at their end. Well, Malik Bryant will be a big loss for the Saints. One of the offensive leaders.
Paine showing some token pressure, seeing if they can get Flagler into an up-tempo game.
Missed in close by Adams. Saints want to run, get it out on the break to Clark, and a whistle before the jam. And I think Clark may be headed to the line here. Collier cleaned things up, but after the whistle. The foul will go against Calvin Johnson, his first.
Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 15, Destin Clark. He'll shoot 2.
Clark heads to the line to shoot a pair.
Clark is shooting 65% from the line so far this season. And that trip will help it get a little better.
Saints finally on the board with a couple of free throws from Destin Clark, one of the newcomers, a junior transfer from Wingate.
Three on one.
Figueroa attacks. Clark gets the rebound. His putback too strong. In close, laid in by Elliott Harrison, the junior out of Atlanta. Lions playing well early on the road. We're just confirming Paine College is in fact 1-6. Our sports information department had it right. And a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. You're watching Saints basketball on the Peach Belt Conference Network. Anything in particular you want to talk about? Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah. Did you talk to Coach Selland? Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
They sound good under the direction of Flagler.
And out of the media timeout. 6-2 Saints, an unusually slow start offensively.
Flagler's averaging 90 points a game, so to go 5 minutes and score 2 points is really a slow start for them.
And an offensive foul on the drive by Nate Adams. And a whistle and a substitution is checking in for the Saints, number 14, Boom Reeves. Destin Clark gets a breather. Pressure shown by the Lions. Bounce it in to Young, who's also checked in. Kyle Young coming off the bench tonight. All PBC third team a season ago. One of the leaders in field goal percentage and rebounding in the conference.
Coming out of the timeout, Flagler switched to his zone.
A foul on the shot. They'll get Jalen Barr on the hack of Nate Adams, and they'll send Adams to the line for two. The Lions have had some high-scoring games as well. Last Monday they lost 106-102 against Clinton College at home. They've been in the 70s, 80s, and 100s every game this year.
Yeah, coming into this game, if you just looked at the stats, you said, well, this is going to be a high-scoring game. And it might end up that way. Maybe this unseasonable cool weather has cooled off both teams shooting.
It is awful chilly if you're not here in St. Augustine. If you're watching from afar, it's in the 50s here in St. Augustine, which if you're a native feels like the 30s. Struggle for the ball. Last touch by Balknight will stay with the Lions.
That was a really nice play by Balknight, diving on the floor, trying to save that ball defensively. Coaches love it when players give up their body like that.
Saints turn it over again. And now the Lions give it right back. And checking into the game for the first time is Mason Manning, number 2. Manning, a freshman from Jackson, Mississippi. Saints have a lot of returners, but they've also retooled to a degree. Guys like Manning and Destin Clark. Here's Young. Nice post move from Kyle Young. The transfer from Siena College, a D1 transfer. An offensive foul on Paine.
An illegal screen.
This one will go against Harrison. Faulknight to Reeves, looking for Young, and he's fouled as the entry pass made its way to Kyle Young. And a change for the Lions. Trying to pick up a number. I think that's number 3, Elijah Greer-Dawson. And that's correct.
Those numbers are a bit hard to read. They're blue numbers on black jerseys, and we're at the top of the gym with old eyes.
Old eyes. That was my point. Yes, that's the big part for me. Old eyes. Paine College used to be a member of Division II, the SIAC Conference, and now they've dropped down to the National Christian College Athletic Association. Offensive rebound. The shot clock is at 3, and now the shot is off target by Calvin Johnson. Faulknight wants to run to Spencer Bain for 3. Left it short. Paine College gets right down the floor and scores in transition. Johnson on the feed from Jackson. And a timeout on the floor. We've reached the under 12 media timeout, tied at 8. And welcome back. Out of the timeout, 8-8. Clark is checked back in for the Saints, number 15. It's on the floor along with Spencer Paine, Kyle Young, Mason Manning, and Jack Spalknight. The drive and the finish from Quentin Jackson, who's had a nice game. He's got 6 of the Lions' 10 points. Destin Clark quickly the other way, attacks, scores, and draws the foul.
Number 15, Destin Clark, and he was fouled. He was fouled by number 11, Calvin Johnson. Destin Clark steps to the foul line for the Saints. He'll shoot 1.
Missing close, rebounded by Young. Saints on the run. Paine fakes the 3 and now gets tied up, but it'll stay here with Flagler. Good defense by Paine.
It was. He went for the shot fake, came down, and still was able to knock the ball loose without fouling.
Young to Figueroa. Figueroa lost it on his way across the lane. And the three-pointer is good from Amari Kirby, junior out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Nice backdoor cut and the nice pass. Figueroa is fouled, and credit Mason Manning for recognizing the opening underneath. It's great when you see a freshman have that kind of basketball IQ, that unselfishness.
Good court vision.
He'll shoot 2.
So Figueroa goes to the line to shoot a pair. He had a big game in the win against Edward Waters, 21 points, all on three-pointers. Clark gets the offensive board and sticks it back in.
Basket by number 15, Destin Clark.
Strong move in the paint and a foul underneath as Lawson made his move, and I think they'll send Lawson to the line to shoot a pair here. Collier picks up the foul. That's his first. 4th team foul for the Saints. Lions have already committed 7, so the Saints are in the bonus the rest of the way. Jalen Barr back in the game. Former all-defensive player in the PBC. And that pass is too wide for Manning.
That's twice Jalen Barr has seen an opening and couldn't deliver the pass exactly where he needed to, and they both led to turnovers.
So another whistle. And the ball will stay with the Lions. Tough shot, and it goes from the left hand of Ivan Lawson, and he drew the foul. I think they're going to get Collier again, and that will be Tyler's second personal. And he converts the three-point play. The lead is 5, the biggest for the Lions. Collier from straight away knocks down a three. A rare three from Tyler Collier. Tied up inside, and a foul, or a held ball is called, excuse me. Tyler Collier is now 4 for 9 on three-pointers on the season. A very good percentage, Coach. Doesn't shoot a lot of them, but when he shoots them, he makes them.
Well, if he's making them, the coaches are going to tell him to shoot more of them. That last possession was good help side defense.
Figueroa is fouled. Go ahead, Coach.
To trap Adams. Adams is the leading scorer. He hasn't scored yet in this half, and he's trying to force something there. And good help side defense was able to tie that ball up and get the ball back for the Saints.
Figueroa draws the Saints to within 1 and now ties it. Checking in for the Lions, number 4, Cole Taylor. Taylor, a sophomore out of Atlanta. A lot of Atlanta kids on the roster as well as Jacksonville products. Three-pointer short, rebound Saints. Figueroa hustles it into the front court, gives it to Collier, gets it right back. Collier open for 3, did not pull the trigger, instead gives it to Clark on the low block. Too strong inside. And at the other end in transition, Lawson scores again. He has 6. And there's Jalen Barr getting free underneath. Oh, excuse me, they gave it to Destin Clark. Clark up to 8 points now. Three-pointer is true from number 24, Mari Kirby. Foul underneath as Manning made his move to the hoop. And we've reached the under 8 media timeout. Lions 22, Saints 19. And welcome back out of the timeout. Mason Manning at the line. Saints climb to within one on the first points from Manning.
The Saints have done a great job so far, limiting Paine to only one shot per possession or a turnover. They've only given up one offensive rebound so far this half.
Three-pointer way off the mark, rebounded by Young. Baseball pass as Clark leaked out, and an easy layup in transition. Offensive foul, and they're going to get number 33, Renard Surency. Our officials today, Alex Jordan, Terrell Lawson, and Lachey Bernstein. Clark continues having the hot hand. He's to double figures already with 6+ minutes to go in the first half. Jump stop, and the short jumper is way off target. Balknight hustles it into the front court, looking for Clark. Skip past Barr. Now they find Clark and splits the double team and scores again. Paine doesn't have an answer for Destin Clark.
Jalen Barr has been given the assignment to shut down Nate Adams, number 5, for Paine, their leading scorer. Jalen's probably Flagler's best defender.
Absolutely. Such a bonus to have him back after he missed all of last season with an injury. There's Adams with a 3. And Barr cut off in the short corner. Now spins, tries to give it to Young, has it tapped out of bounds. Barr, the defensive player of the year a couple seasons ago for the Saints. Missed last year with an injury. Actually went through senior day festivities. So I wasn't expecting to see him back this season. It was a pleasant surprise, certainly for me, and I'm sure Blake Sellen and his staff are thrilled to have one of the conference's best defenders back on the roster. Clark backing down his defender and drops it in. 16 points for Clark.
And he scored the last 4 possessions.
And a foul on Figueroa.
I would think Paine would start thinking about double teaming Clark down on the post.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to stop the hot hand here, as the Saints have come from behind, come from 5 down to now lead it by 4. Under 5 minutes to play. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is true for Calvin Johnson. He earns the bonus. Checking back in is Elliott Harrison, number 30.
Clark is 6'3" and 210, so he is a wide body down on the post. If you're a small guard, that's trouble.
Barr will handle on this possession. Crossover, step back, spins, drives, and lost it on the way up. And it's a turnover for the Saints. That's their 8th of the half. Paine has committed 6 miscues. And Spencer Bain will give Barr a break. Free throw line jumper rolls home. Quentin Jackson has had himself a half. He's up to 8 points. Kyle Young on the low block. Goes into traffic, dumps it for Spencer Paine. More unselfishness, a coach's dream on that play. Tough shot from Jackson, battle for the rebound, won by Clark. Outlet pass, the Saints had numbers, but the pass too strong for Figueroa. And it'll be another turnover, but an aggressive possession for the Saints, and Blake Sellen encouraging his troops as they come back to the huddle. Saints by 2. And welcome back, Saints with the 2-point lead. 3:40 to go in the first half. It's been a close game. Another tough shot from Jackson, and he knocks it down with the defender in his face. Jackson is into double figures. Skip past Paine. Wide open as Balknight knocks down the triple. Jackson pulls up for 3. He is red hot. It's Quentin Jackson for the Lions and Destin Clark for the Saints, putting on an offensive show. Balknight, baseline to Young. Young tries the mid-range jumper, short. Jackson corrals the loose ball. Nearly stolen away by Figueroa. Are they going to say a held ball there, Coach?
They are.
Possession arrow keeps it with the Lions.
Yeah, Boatnight got on the floor, tied it up, but the possession arrow is pointing for Paine.
Good effort from Jax and Figueroa, fighting for the loose balls here in the last couple of sequences. And checking back in is Nate Adams. Harrison heads to the bench. Balknight in transition, scores and draws the foul. Jax Balknight with a highlight reel play, and the Saints have reclaimed the lead.
Blake Selig, Flagler's coach, wants the team to push the ball. He tells them they're not going to be perfect, and it's okay. He'll live with some mistakes, but he wants that aggression. He wants them to push it, get the easy scores.
Faulkner completes the three-point play. Yeah, much like Chad Warner before him, he liked to play fast, to get up and down the floor, but then look for not only a mismatch and perhaps an open layup, but also the open three. Layup not there. Young rips down another board. Long pass. Manning wide open for three! Saints lead by 6, their largest lead of the game. Travel called as Lawson tripped and fell.
Payne's unable to get the ball to Adams, their leading scorer.
Hassled in the backcourt is Balknight. Defense by Greer Dawson. Gives it up to Paine. Lions in a very close man-to-man, but they leave Manning open for another three. Long rebound, corralled by Figueroa. Figueroa tries to split the lane, and numbers. Adams attacks and lays it in. We tick under a minute to play in the first half. Manning drives, gives it up. Long three-pointer, Paine.
Paine holding for the last shot.
Figueroa with the steal, and he's off to the races. Blocked at the rim. That was Lawson, and the last second shot just off target. Saints lead at 40-32.
They'll run pick and roll. They'll throw it. They'll find the open man and get a shot. Paine has been very disciplined themselves on offense. They rely on some great individual efforts to try to score baskets. And Flagler's held the one shot and done a great job defensively.
40-36 at the half. We'll step aside. Be back in about 10 minutes with more Saints basketball. Check 1, 2. And we're back. Sorry, a little problem, little technical difficulties here. It's a 4-point Saints lead at the half. And your impressions of the first half, Coach?
Well, it's been an interesting first half. Clark, the leading scorer for the Lions, has 16 points. He averages 16 for the game per game, so he's really leading him. But they've done it. I'm saying this backwards.
The Saints are doing a good job defensively on him.
Clark for Flagler averages 16. He's picked up. I'm getting a little confused here. He's picked up the scoring for the missing Malik Bryant, and he scored 16 on the first half. Flagler's done a great job shutting down Jackson and Adams, who are the leading scorers for Paine. Adams averages 19, and Flagler's held him to 5. Jackson has got 13 at the half, but he's really had to struggle and fight to get each one of those. Free throw woes for both teams. Flagler shooting 58% from the free throw line and Paine 57%. And then, I keep that offensive efficiency rating.
Yep.
Offensively, you want to be above 1. Defensively, you want to keep the other team below 1, and that's exactly where Flagler's at. They're a 1.03 on offense and a 0.92 on defense, just where you want to be as the second half gets underway.
And turnover is something to keep in mind, too. Paine has 9, Flagler with 10, and Flagler, I think, averages, 15 a game? Is that
yes.
Correct? Yeah, so a little above their average through one half. Back with the coach, Ivan Kelly, and our producer / camera person doing double duty today, Laura Plexico. I'm Dave Wenda. So Adams heads to the line. He's been held to 5 points so far.
We'll have to see if that was just one possession or if that's the halftime adjustment made by Kirby Mitchell to try to get him to slash more to the goal.
Lions back within 2 and showing some pressure in the backcourt. They'll back it off. Skip pass. Collier made a 3 in the first half. Clark has been red hot. He passes on a triple. Drives into the lane. Tough shot won't roll home for him. And the score at the other end ties the game. The Saints are one and done. Jackson goes right to the 10 and scores. Quentin Jackson has 15 as the Lions reclaim the lead. Inside it goes, Balknight. Nice looking pass.
Doesn't look like Coach Selland is going to give this team much patience for another slow start this half. He's got five substitutes waiting at the table to come in.
And here come the wholesale changes for Flagler. That foul is on Tyler Collier, already his 4th personal, and just a minute and a half into the second half. So we presume he'll be one of the ones definitely sitting. I guess everyone's going out with 5 substitutes at the bench. Sometimes you see this with a running team where they'll make wholesale substitutions like that. Interesting move by Coach Selland.
And sometimes you see it when the head coach is not happy with how this thing is going, with the effort or whatever, the execution. And he wants to send a message to those starters. You don't always get to be a starter.
One of the newcomers is into the game, Jack Carter, who they're real excited about, 6'7" freshman out of Tennessee, number 33. Also Mason Manning, Boom Reeves, Spencer Bain, and Kyle Young. Great look to Boom Reeves, who misses the jam, but he's fouled, and Boom held to the line to shoot 2. Boom Reeves showing that athleticism as he got way up for that dunk and nearly finished despite the foul. Reeves, a 6'7" sophomore from Pittsburgh. Flagler in the middle of a 3-game homestand. They beat Edward Waters last Tuesday, 83-70, and they'll play New College on Saturday at 2 o'clock. And then 3 on the road at Spring Hill, and then a tournament in Tampa where they'll play Eckerd and Tampa, 2 teams out of the Sunshine State Conference. That's a very tough conference. Turnover by Paine. Manning to Young, right to the 10. Saints back on top.
And what's nice to see is those starters that all got pulled after 3 minutes are all over on that bench cheering for these guys.
Tough drive inside and good defense by the Saints. Paine got caught in midair, gives it up to Young. And now Reeves inside into the corner. Carter has it. Now back to Manning.
Shot clock at 2.
Paine realizes it, just gets it off. And the awkward shot won't go. Bounce pass. And on the run out, it's Calvin Johnson putting it in. He's got 6. And we're tied again. Manning running the point in this rotation. To Carter, cut off, looking for Young. Double team and a travel. Kyle Young got caught up in the midst of a double team and he walked. Kyle Young from a very athletic family. His parents were both college athletes. His brother plays college basketball at Duke. Great pass inside, and Young just clobbers the offensive player going to the hoop. Was that Adams? No, it's, again, trying to pick up these numbers is a little difficult. It's number 13, Lawson.
Number 10, Kyle Young.
No doubt about it, Young was not going to let that ball go in and have an and one situation.
Well, he felt he got fouled at the other end. He was talking to one of the referees on that double team turnover. So I think he wanted to let those referees know what a real foul looked like.
Balknight replaces Carter. Hassling the inbounds pass, and now they'll back off that full court press. Balknight picks up his dribble to Young, and a foul, a touch foul. I think they're going to get Elijah Greer-Dawson here. And that'll get us to the under 16 media timeout. Lions 48, Saints 46. And we're back. Chance to thank some of the corporate sponsors of Flagler Athletics, including 93 King, alumni-owned two-bedroom cottage just 53 steps from campus, and Academy Bus, we know the way. Balknight from his own baseline into Young. He's got that kind of range. Instead, puts it on the floor. Tough shot, won't go. And a foul on the shot attempt from Ivan Lawson. Young picks up the foul. That's his third personal. And remember, Collier has 4. So the big men for the Saints are in foul trouble. Still 15 and a half minutes to go in regulation. Saints may have to go with a smaller lineup. So Young will hit the bench. Here comes Figueroa and Clark back in. Paine also heads to the bench.
With that body, Clark gives them some interior strength, but not interior length.
This free throw keeps it a 3-point game. Here's Clark backing down. Kicks it out to Balknight. Closeout comes. Back to Clark. Into the lane. Draws some contact and scores. Clark has 18.
Flagler playing a very sticky man-to-man.
Three on the shot clock. A long three is hoisted up by Jackson, and he drains it. Jackson is feeling it tonight. He has 18. Clark at the other end tries to battle a double team and a foul. And this one will go against the Saints. It's going to be against Boom Reeves, his first. On the rebound. Saints have all they want with the Lions, trailing by 4. Step through, nice move, but the finish is not there for Jackson. Saints on the run out to Figueroa. Looking for the step back 3 instead to Boom Reeves. And Balknight on the finish. Another extra pass by Flagler. The Saints have been very unselfish tonight, and the lead has been cut to 2, 52-50 timeout. Back at the Clark family court here in St. Augustine. We've got a good one. Lions 52, Saints 50. I'd like to thank some more of the corporate sponsors of Flagler Athletics, including Fish Bites, Set the Hook, Evans Automotive, quality work at a fair price, and Pizzali's Chianti Room for the true Italian food connoisseur. Fade away, no. Battle for the rebound, won by Balknight. And the run out to Figueroa. Exactly what you'd want to see out of a timeout for the Saints. Wild shot is no good from Lawson. And a whistle. Saints were in the process of a fast break. And so an easy basket negated, although I think they're going to hold on to possession here. Paine College 1-6 on the year. Flagler 2-3. Remember last year the Saints played almost all of their non-conference games on the road. And it was a very difficult schedule, including some teams who had been in the NCAA tournament the year before. As were the Saints. Broom Reeves keeps it alive, still 15 on the shot clock. Figueroa, three won't go. Battle for the loose ball is finally won by Paine College. Tipped away, but a foul committed by Balknight. That'll be his first. And a substitution for the Lions as Kirby checks back in, Amari Kirby. Saints making a change. Jalen Barr gets back into the game, replacing Manning.
Manning, who did a really nice job defensively during his minutes.
Open three. Instead, it's a drive, kind of a Euro step, and a foul called on the move by Johnson. Johnson's had a pretty good game. He's got 6 points, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Fouls on number 14, Boom Reeves. Calvin Johnson to the foul line. He'll shoot two.
The fouls have mounted up for Flagler. They're already in the bonus, putting the Lions on the free throw line.
And a foul on the rebound committed by Harrison. That'll be his third. Not a smart foul on a missed free throw to come over the back. Lions line up some pressure. They'll guard the inbounder. Balknight hoists a three. Saints back on top. Tough shot in the lane on the runner by Jackson. Balknight attacks and he draws the foul. Boy, we've been up and down lately, Coach. A lot of running, a lot of attacking the goal. And we're at the under 12 media timeout, tied at 55. welcome back here to the Clark family courts at Flagler Gymnasium in St. Augustine. Balk Knight heads to the line in a tie game.
Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 0, Jax Balk.
We have to ask him sometime about his shoe selection. He wears one green one and one pink one.
We only have the one camera, or we'd find another angle to zoom in. He does have mismatched shoes in terms of color. Very festive, kind of an Eastery motif.
Flagler shows a quick trap coming out of the free throws and the timeout.
Good defense by Clark down low. Both teams still shooting it really well, and that'll help. Clark again, he's up to 20 points. Both teams shooting better than 50% from the floor. And Paine shooting it better than 62% from 3. Open 3 in the corner, short. Skying for the rebound is Harrison, and he's fouled as I think Balk Knight got underneath him. It's hard to blame Jax for that. He's trying to box out, and the guy flies over top.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. He was basically just standing there, and the guy flew in over his shoulders.
That easily could have been over the back.
It certainly could have been.
Well, for Balk Knight, it's his second personal.
From a teaching perspective, I don't know what you could have told him to do to try to avoid that foul call.
Missing the front end of the 1-and-1 is Harrison. Balk Knight sprinting into the lane, picks up his dribble, finds Barr. Skip pass, Manning. Saints reset. Looking for Clark. He's closely guarded by Adams. 8 to shoot. Manning drives, pick up his dribble, gives it to Barr. 3 to shoot. Step back. Way short air ball. Not a great possession for Flagler. And checking back in is number 4, Cole Taylor for the Lions. Taylor straight away, top of the key, way short, saved by Clark. Clark gets it back in transition to Barr, now Figueroa 3. Yeah! Saints have opened up a 7-point advantage. That's their biggest lead of the game. Stolen by Balk Knight. Sprints towards the glass, and he'll be fouled on his way up. Turning defense into offense nearly is Balk Knight. He'll go to the line. And that's the first foul on Quentin Jackson. Kind of hard to believe in such a physical, up and down type of game that Jackson just committed his first personal.
Jax Balk Knight to the foul line for the Saints. He'll shoot 2.
Gives us another chance to admire those shoes. Flagler's been at their best in the second half when they push the ball and they've gotten Paine in their transition defense, and they've been able to move the ball and find an open shooter.
I think a lane violation here on the Saints. The free throw was missed.
Was it the green shoe or the pink shoe? Here's the matchup they wanted.
Jackson blows by Figueroa. Jackson has 22 to lead everybody. Clark the other end scores. And a ticky-tack kind of bump by Figueroa, but it's a foul. And this will be Figueroa's first. But again, the Lions are in the bonus, and I think now the double bonus when they update the scoreboard.
Correction, Quentin Jackson to the foul line.
Jackson heads to the line. Now it's still a 1-and-1 situation.
You consider where that foul occurred. It was kind of from that spot where they put the volleyball poles in. So it's like if that second free throw had gone in, it would been like he took a 50-foot shot.
And Paine comes away with another steal. Open 3 extra pass. And draining a triple is Amari Kirby. Lions climb back within 4. Another whistle. And this one will go against Kirby. Send Jalen Bard to the line. Shoot 1-and-1.
Jalen Bard to the foul line for the Saints.
Jalen shooting 75% this year.
Here comes Boom Reeves. He'll give Clark a breather. Clark goes to the bench, sitting on 22 points.
I don't think he'll be on the bench long. He's probably going to get a breather, come back in about 6 minutes, and play the duration of the game.
Left short, offensive rebound, Balknight and the putback. The Saints come away with 3 on that possession, thanks to the offensive rebound and basket from Balknight. He's got 18 quietly.
Here's the isolation again.
Off the miss, Lawson puts it back in. Figueroa working off the Boone Reeves screen, and he was fouled. Coach Marshall looking for the travel, I think, there. That gets us to the under 8 timeout, 68-63 Flagler.
Recognizing more sponsors.
It's a 5-point game here in St. Augustine. I'd like to thank some more of the sponsors of Flagler Athletics, including KB Home, built on relationships, Liberty Data, faster, safer, and smarter business solutions, and New Day Design Group for all of your architectural needs. Figueroa at the line, shooting 1-1.
Surprisingly, coming into this game, Figueroa has only made 1 of his 5 free throws for the season.
Whoa. Surprised he shot that few.
Him shooting 20% from the line is surprising on many levels. Flagler comes back with the full court press. 2 quick traps, there's a kick. Omar's taking that matchup with Jackson pretty personally now.
Nice move, and hanging in the air, waiting for the defender to fly by, was Greer Dawson. Manning a little loose with the handle, but he finds some space. The lead back to 7. Saints have led by as many as 8. Paine has led by 5. That's their biggest lead, and a turnover by the Lions.
Flagler scored 6 of the last 7 times it's got the ball, which is exactly what you want to do down the stretch of a close game.
Our coach tracking offensive efficiency, something we haven't had here on the PBC Network broadcast of Flagler basketball. And there is a foul before the shot on the attack by Greer Dawson, and he'll shoot 2. As you mentioned, Clark is back in at just over the 6-minute mark. Nicely done, Coach.
Making his way to the foul line for the Lions is number 3, Elijah Greer Dawson.
One more free throw for Greer Dawson.
It's a beautiful move, but he wasn't able to finish.
Nice stop and pop from Johnson. Or excuse me, Quentin Jackson. Back to a 3-point game. Long 3 from the Saints. No good. Figueroa. Jackson attacking. Goes right at Barr. Draws contact, and he'll go back to the line. It'll be Barr's second personal. So the Lions shoot 2 the rest of the way.
Number 23, Jalen Barr. Stepping to the foul line for the Lions is number 1, Quentin Jackson. He'll shoot 2.
He averaged 18 a game coming into tonight, and he's got 26 so far.
Long rebound into Jackson's hands, but a whistle and a foul against the Lions. And that'll be free throws coming for Manning. Our officials, Alex Jordan, Terrell Lawson, and Lachey Bernstein.
Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 2, Mason Manning.
Manning missed it. And another whistle. And this is devolving into a free throw shooting contest as Greer Dawson goes to the line.
Fouls on number 2, Mason Manning. Elijah Greer Dawson to the foul line for the Lions. He'll shoot 2.
Substitutions for Paine. Johnson and Lawson are back in for the Lions. So if it does come down to free throw shooting, Flagler shoots it 67% from the line, and so does Paine. In fact, it's down to a thousandth of a percent or a thousandth of a point. 672 to 671 in favor of the Saints.
And you know, this has just got to be killing Malik Bryant sitting on the side with the twisted ankle. A player wants to play, but especially if you see where you can help your team.
One of the leaders in scoring in the Peach Belt Conference a year ago. Clark can't get it to go. All-conference selection for the Saints, Malik Bryant. 6'3" senior, transfer from Barton College. Not dressed out today.
Fouls on number 13, Ivan Blesson. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 15, Destin Clark. He'll shoot 2.
Bryant, 6th in the conference in scoring at 17.2 coming in to tonight's action. I thought this would be a game that the Saints would pull away and handle fairly comfortably. But they've had all they wanted from Paine tonight. Leading by 3.
Paine has played a lot of people pretty close. They've only won one game, but they haven't been really blown out in any of them.
Good defense. Barr with the block. And then Balknight dribbles it off his knee. And a near steal. It is a steal by Jalen. To Clark, they leave him wide open for a moment. Skip pass. Balknight into Barr. Extra pass. Manning drills a three-pointer. He's got 10.
He's having a coming out party tonight. He's doing it on both ends of the floor.
Barr rips down the rebound. Outlet pass. Figueroa! And the Saints extend the lead to 8. And a timeout called.
Good timeout by Kirby Mitchell.
I think he was trying to wait till a whistle and get that under 4 timeout, but he went ahead and took his own timeout. Down 8. Flagler enjoying its largest lead of the night, 8 points.
I'm sure Coach Mitchell at that timeout was trying to settle his team down. What's important at this point in the game is to take quality shots and not just quick shots.
There's a foul as Figueroa makes his move. And Omar will go to the line. He's got 11 points. Saints have spread it around. Clark leading the way with 24. Balknight with 18. Also in double figures, Figueroa has 11. Manning with 10. And on the other side, it's really been the Quentin Jackson show. 26 points. One other Lion in double figures is Lawson. Double figure lead for Flagler.
It's a big possession for Paine.
Stolen by Barr. Saints have numbers. Gets it back! And a little too tall on the alley-oop attempt. Jackson at the other end is fouled by Balknight, and just don't want to see Barr get hurt after missing an entire season because of injury. He plays so hard, you can't tell him to let up, but looking for the highlight reel jam on the alley-oop pass, and it was a little tall from Manning.
Flagler turned up the defense and stopped Paine their last 5 possessions. And this free throw breaks that streak.
Balknight races into the front court, now pulls it back out. Chew a little clock as we tick towards 3 minutes to go in regulation. Balknight, no, too strong, in close. Figueroa got the loose ball and lays it in. Saints really hustling after those 50-50 balls. Another one and done for the Lions. Now Clark, I think he got crossed up between laying it up and jamming it, and he missed everything. Balknight working off the Clark screen into the corner. And Jalen Barr, the veteran, makes the extra pass, chews a little more clock. And it'll be Lions ball. Well, Paine played well. As you mentioned, they've been very close in all 7 games. 6 of them losses, and this one will go likely down as another close loss, as we have a timeout on the floor. And Coach, you're not only a former coach here at Flagler, a former player at UCF, an NBA scout, but you're also an economics professor, and we're coming to the end of the semester. That's probably feels pretty good for you, but tell me what it feels like as a student athlete, because you've been there too.
Yeah, this is a time of agony and then ecstasy for the players. Tomorrow's the last day of class, and then final exams are next week. So they have all of that burden, and then they come in, they've got practice, they've got games. But then once you get done with finals, for the next 3 weeks, you're nothing but a basketball player. And it's the favorite time of the year. You don't have any books you have to read, any reports you have to write, any tests you have to study for. You just get to play basketball. And it's a lot of fun, and usually there's some trips to tournaments and things like that during that time. So it's a great part. That's a great part of the school year for the basketball players, was when school's out.
Flagler, in terms of their upcoming schedule, they'll have New College here, and New College is the correct word. They have a brand new athletic department, first year of the athletic department at New College, and then the Saints go on the road at Spring Hill. And then they go to one of those tournaments you mentioned, Coach, in Tampa. They'll play Eckerd and Tampa on consecutive days, December 16th and 17th, and then start the PBC schedule at Georgia Southwestern on January 3rd.
You know, I'm an old fella, and I think that long ago we played New College. I think they had a team maybe 35, 40 years ago.
Okay.
And then they probably did away with athletics.
Outlet pass to Figueroa. The Saints are having their way in transition.
And the Saints have just really turned up the pressure down the stretch.
Three-pointer, no good from Clements. Again, the Saints get it quickly into the front court. Barr attacks, and the ball gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. And the possession arrow hands it back to not New College, Paine College. A little ahead of myself. That'll be a 2 o'clock tip here on the PBC network. And a foul on a three-point attempt. Jalen Barr will pick this one up. That's his third.
Down the stretch, the only points for Paine have been Jackson's 2 free throws, which came a while ago.
So Nate Adams heads to the line. He'll shoot 3.
A disappointing night for him. Their leading scorer averaging close to 20 points a game coming in.
Just 8 points pending these next 2 free throws and another minute and 17 of playing time.
And he really was a non-factor in this game, so credit the Saints defense for taking him out of the action.
Gets his own miss and lays it in. It's an 8-point game. Stranger things have happened. Coach, you may be old enough to remember North Carolina was down 8 points to Duke with 17 seconds remaining. This is before the three-point shot. And they came back to tie it on a 25-footer by Walter Davis, the recently departed Walter Davis, great college and NBA player, and went on to win in overtime. I'm not saying that's going to happen here. I was saying stranger things have happened. It's an 8-point game, 1:09 to go. It's not 17 seconds.
Well, I'm looking over to see if Dean Smith is on that Paine sideline.
Yeah, and
Dean had a lot of miracles.
Yeah, Phil Ford and Walter Davis aren't on the roster either. So,
when I was coaching at Auburn, we lost to North Carolina in a regional semifinal, and it was one of those situations where we thought we had them until we didn't.
A turnover by Paine. 9-point game with 1:05 left. And now the officials will come between a couple of the players. I don't think they want anything to get out of hand here. You mentioned that Paine had a bit of an altercation at the end of their last game. And nearly a steal, but the Saints retain possession! Barr with the stuff. And that brings the gym to its feet. Pretty good crowd here for a non-conference game midweek.
That wasn't just a great jam. That was a great jam for Jalen, coming back from the injury to be able to throw it down with that power.
And now the Saints will try to dribble out some clock, a foul by Kirby. And hopefully Coach Marshall will call his team off here with just 28.4 seconds left, down 11. The Lions played very well through about 3/4 of this game. They were right there and had the lead several times in this game. And a good test for the Saints, having to come from behind and battle at their home gym against a team that's in a lower division. Three-pointer, no. Offensive rebound. Adams tries to draw a foul and does. So that sends Adams back to the line. Mason Manning picks up the foul, his fourth. No one fouled out for the Saints. Collier and Young got in foul trouble, and we didn't see a lot of them in the second half. And despite the two big men being on the bench for much of that second stanza, the Saints went with a smaller lineup and used Destin Clark and Jalen Barr as kind of the muscle inside.
And that happens sometimes. It's all about matchups. And sometimes your smaller lineup is more effective than your bigger lineup. But I'm sure there's going to be some Peach Belt games where both of those big guys are going to be in there and really important factors.
90-78 the final. Flagler evens its record at 3-3. Paine drops to 1-7. We'll see if we get a visit from the coach here. He's in the handshake line. And meantime, your takeaways, Coach Kelly.
I think it was a great defensive effort from Flagler, especially down the stretch of the second half. They're showing improvement. They're showing some maturity. They look for each other. Were unselfish with the ball, got some easy baskets, and that's what contributed to the win. They held down their turnovers. They held Paine to not to one shot at most, and so they really hit the key factors that they needed to do to win this game.
So Flagler comes away with the win. This is the middle of 3 home games for them. They beat Edward Waters on last Tuesday, and they'll play New College on Saturday. That's a 2 p.m. tip. Still waiting to see if Coach may pay us a visit here. He's having a talk with Jalen Barr, and I'm just going to guess that we're not going to get a post-game interview. We'll wrap it up. Saints win at 90-78. For our producer and camera person, Laurel Plexico, and the coach, Ivan Kelly, I'm Dave Wenda. Thanks for joining us here on the Peach Belt Conference Network.